Sweet! Fancy! Oh, yeah! Nice! Mmm! Fancy! Yeah!
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So meanwhile, people are joining. We are just exploring Decentraland. Decentraland is a place where, it's a virtual world where you can go and live a second life, you can say, right? It's like GTA Vice City, but with, real life assets which you can own. So I'm exploring this new area. I'm jumping into someone else's. Yeah. So there are always some events running on this space. For example, Australian Open, fans meeting in Australian Open. Let's go there. Awesome. Guys, left. Australian Open is over, right? कौन जीता? All right, it's 8:31. Kush, I think we can start.
Let's wait for one more. Let's just wait for some more time. Actually, YouTube live is also going on, so there we need to,
Sahil Kothawale is promoting his own WhatsApp group. Hi, Sahil. Nice to meet you. काफी सूना सूना नहीं लग रहा है यहाँ पे. Let's go to someplace else. Hello.
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 Yes.
Kush bhai.
There is some trouble which I'm into. Just give me some time, okay? Just give me a minute. Am I audible, guys?
Yeah. So YouTube live supposed to be like live right now, but
Yes, but there is some issue. Let me just check.
What are the assets in Decentraland? Yeah, the biggest asset in Decentraland is land. So, I can actually go into Decentraland, and own some property. So what happened recently was Snoop Dogg just purchased some land in, I think, Sandbox. Sandbox is second to Decentraland. And as soon as he purchased some land, all the nearby land got higher in cost. So it's like real life. These are some real people, guys. So I can go to him and check that what is this file says. Right. I can also start talking to these people like Clubhouse. I will not do that now, but I can actually go here and start chatting. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys, let's start off. I will share my screen. Awesome. Let's start. Kush, are you there? Should we wait some seconds?
Yeah. Hi guys. Hi. We are here. And let's start this session. Okay. I think today we are. I'm psyched to sort of
Awesome.
welcome
Let's
you
start.
all.
Kush, are you there? Should we wait some seconds?
Yeah. Hi guys. Hi. We are here. And let's start this session. Okay. I think today we are. I'm psyched to sort of
Awesome.
welcome
Let's
you
start.
all.
Kush, are you there? Should we wait some seconds? It's gone. All set. All set now.
Yeah. Is it everything okay? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, joining this session. This is Kush, and we are running this show called FINT Wallet. Vedant, Shubham, we all are in this together. Simplifying DeFi investing for the audiences. The today's topic is that we are going to simplify how we can think about passive income opportunities in crypto. So why crypto, right? So let's just take an analogy on the stock side. We all know that investing in stock is a pretty simple process. There are multiple opportunities like mutual funds, sovereign bonds, PPFs, and various debt instruments. So why crypto, right? So I think the only answer is that every investors think from a risk management perspective, and we all are here to manage our risks. Every high return asset class comes with a high risks and rewards both, right? So that's where we are. Shubham, can you switch the slide? Great. So let's talk about crypto. Basically, crypto is a transparent infrastructure system which helps in doing the transactions in a very decentralized manner, and obviously it's very secure. Why decentralized? Because it's incentivizing all the stakeholders in the ecosystem, be it the delegators, be it the guys who are validating the transactions, right? And incentivizing the guys who are already invested in the ecosystem. So I think I'll let Shubham talk more about it. Shubham and I, we met back in 2019, and we resonated really well on the thought process on investing in crypto. And since then, we are investing together in crypto. And Shubham is a smart chap, understands crypto. He's breathing crypto in itself. So I think Shubham, I think the show is yours. Let's discuss crypto today.
Sure. Thank you, Kush. Thanks a lot, and thanks for this warm introduction first of all, and thanks for believing in crypto when the time was right. Back in 2019, I remember my conversation. You were a stock market bull, right? Obviously, you still are, but you were not very much invested into crypto that you are now, and that makes us a great team, I would say. So thank you for the introduction, and thank you all of you to join us today in this conversation. Today we are discussing some passive income opportunities in crypto, and as Kush rightly said, when we look at what income can we generate through stocks, investing seems like one of the only things that we can do, right? But when we move to crypto, I think there are a lot more things that we can do. Just give me a second. I will show you this using something that we created.
So basically, Shubham is going to walk us through the complete mind map on how to think about crypto as an asset class. What are the nuances into staking, into yield farming, everything. And this is going to be a very fantastic session for all of us today.
Yep. So let's start. So when I said about stocks, you know the opportunities, but now let's talk about crypto. You can see, there are actually 6 ways you can earn money through crypto. What are they? Let's look at them one by one. First is obviously trading the fungible tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So you can actually go ahead, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and trade it, buy low, sell high, or hold, or do whatever you want. You can do this on spot trading like WazirX Coinswitch Kuber, where you directly buy and sell the crypto, nothing technical. That's it. That's what most of us do, right? We just buy crypto and hold it. The second way to trade crypto is futures trading, which I do not recommend to most of the people because 95% of the futures traders actually lose money. But you can actually take some loan from the Binance or the trading exchange and trade in lot more size, right? So this is the first way. Number one, you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. Number two, you can validate transactions. Yes. So as we know that, when we talk about traditional banks, let's say I have to send Kush some 100 rupees, right? How will I do it? I'll go to my banking partner. I'll go to either Paytm, PhonePe, or my state bank directly. I'll ask the state bank to, transfer 40 rupees to Kush. So first of all, state bank will come in between. They will remove 40 rupees from my account, and then state bank will put 40 rupees in Kush's account. That's how it happens. But in Bitcoin, in crypto in general, the transaction validation is not being done by any central party, guys. It's us who are actually validating the transactions. And there are actually two ways to do it, right? One is through mining, which everyone knows. We can actually put a hardware in place and start validating transactions, and I'll get reward for it. That's how Bitcoin mining works, right? Else, what I can do in mining is I can actually use some cloud infrastructure. If I do not want to buy hardware myself and keep it in my home, I can actually use Amazon Web Services to mine, let's say, Ethereum right now. Second way to validate transactions, since the first one, mining, was a lot environmental, it was not environmental friendly at all. If I run machines day in and day out, I'm actually maybe hampering the environment. So the second way came, which is called staking, right? So I can validate transactions, one, through mining, and second, through staking. So how do I stake? I can either become a validator, which we saw in the last lessons. And if you have missed it, you can go back to our YouTube channel and see it, or, join our Discord. Anyway, so you can do staking in two ways. Number one, you become a validator. So for example, you can actually keep 500,000 phantom and become a phantom validator, like we saw in the last session, or you can actually delegate your stake to someone. So for example, I want to run a validator. Now, if you're not clear yet what a validator is, think of it as a miner, but in an eco-friendly way, right? That's what a validator is, an eco-friendly miner. Right? So if I cannot afford the stake of the validator or the mining hardware, I can actually delegate my stake here. That's what we saw in the last session as well, right?
This is interesting, Shubham. I would like to understand that when we are staking, are we participating in more like are we becoming a miner in itself, or it's just a delegation process?
So when you talk about staking, right? Staking and mining, both are actually a way of validating transactions on the blockchain, right? Okay. These are the two most common ways how we validate transactions. Now you can think both of as completely analogous. So what you said is right. A validator is actually a miner, but in when I talk about the terminology, I do not call it mining. I call it staking, right? Because I am putting some coins at stake instead of my processing power at stake. So if I keep my processing power, that's mining. If I keep my coins, that's staking.
Got it. Interesting.
Awesome. So this is the second way, guys, how we can earn the passive income. Just to give you a recap, first way to earn passive income through crypto was trading the coins directly. Second way is through validating transactions. Now we look at the third way. By the way, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to write in the chat. Now we move to the third way. What's the third way? Third way of earning some passive income on crypto is obviously lending. How lending works. You can lend out your crypto to someone else. Also, lending is currently happening in two ways. First one is through centralized account. So basically, if you are using some centralized exchange like Vault or ZepPay or Nexo, Celsius, Flint Money, all of these guys are actually centralized players where your crypto is being held by them, and they give you some returns on your crypto, right? So now there is another risk that we're taking here. Whenever we lend our crypto, one risk is that the protocol might be bad, right? And one risk while we do it through the centralized accounts is that that centralized party can run away. Like I know it sounds very odd, but if you look at my journey, or if you look at any crypto guy's journey who has been in this industry for some time, the scams are huge in this industry. You know, if you do not know someone personally as a founder, I would actually, you know, ask you to probably not buy a coin if you don't know the founders, right? So that's what has happened. There have been a lot of scams where people's money from the centralized exchanges have been removed. So that's one risk that you're taking, but obviously the interests are really good and there are some really good projects in this as well. The second way to earn the interest through lending is through decentralized accounts. Now, when I talk about decentralized accounts, I'm talking about protocols like Aave or Compound, where you can go, you can put your money, you can put your crypto in a smart contract. Now, a third person can come, they can take your money, put some collateral, and if they default, you get their collateral, right? So it's a completely risk-free in terms of if there will be a loan default or not. The only risk is the smart contract risk. The smart contract can be glitchy, right?
But this looks very interesting, Shubham, to me, because in centralized systems, right? We all remember how the 2008 crisis happened, right? So it's definitely a big risk. But however, I can see that, you know, in however, I can see that, you know, in decentralized systems, understanding smart contracts is a big deal. Do you think so? And how we should be thinking about that as in, you know, when they're entering into the system?
Sure. That's a very good question, because you cannot just enter any decentralized contract, right? So if you are a complete beginner, then I would really recommend you to talk to some expert, right? And obviously I am here to help you out. Like, this is completely free. You can anyway come and talk to me. To answer your question right now, the first thing is that you have to look at the market cap first of all. You know, the protocol or the blockchain or the coin has to stand in, you know, like the top 50 or top 100. If you are to go there and invest your money. You can look at Uniswap. Uniswap is one of the biggest decentralized exchanges made on Ethereum and one of the OGs on the Ethereum platform. And it is currently standing at around rank number 15 in the coin market cap, if I'm not wrong. And that basically gives you some level of trust, right? That people have been trusting it with billions of dollars. Then it might be, you know, it might not be faulty. And that is the biggest indicator where the money is. So like for a beginner, that's the
this sounds like a great deal to me, because, you know, now the whole system itself becomes so transparent, right? That I can go and look at the credibility of the team, how the audits are being done on the smart contracts, what are the oracle types, you know? So I think it sounds like a big deal. Yeah.
And the best part about the system, about the decentralized system where you're lending your money, is that the docs are completely open to public, you know. So when I personally invest in any decentralized protocol, because I invest in some new protocols as well, I read the docs really carefully, right? So it's a effort of, let's say, a day or two at max. I read the documents. It's a little can someone
Sure, no worries. Bhushan is there in the call, but I think he was not mute.
Sure, no worries. So what I'm saying is that I read the docs very carefully. There are docs on like every website. I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to read Uniswap docs, right? I just talked about Uniswap. So I go to Uniswap. I read it docs, and yeah, I can actually see what is Uniswap. I can read about it. I can know how to implement a swap. I can learn about liquidity mining. So everything you want to learn is right there, right? You can just go read and take your own decision. And that's why this thing is very popular in the crypto slang, that DYOR, right? Do your own research.
Yes. I think, Shubham, but researching on my own, right, it's a very time consuming process. And what I realized that while I've been working with, you know, working with any organization, and, you know, I have to spend a lot of time with my family, friends also. It really becomes a little tricky in itself, I would say.
Yeah, sure. So that's why I think the third party services exist a lot. So I think where FINT wallet also comes in between is giving you that insights, right? We are sharing insights on the Discord channel. We will be launching our product in the next 2-3 weeks, and we can see in summary how a DeFi protocol looks, right? We will give you a score based out of 100, which will basically give you all the analysis. It might be the risk involved in the contract. It might be how much reward someone is giving you, or it also might be, if the reward is in stable coins or not. So taking all those parameters in mind, we will be giving you a rating. So I think that's how FINT money can actually come in and solve this problem for you.
Interesting. Thank you so much for letting me know.
Awesome. So let's move to the fourth part. So just to give you again a brief reminder, we were looking at the passive income opportunities in crypto. First is trading fungible tokens. Second is validating transactions. Third is we just saw lending interest. Fourth is dividend earning tokens. Now this is a little less known right now, but there are actually some tokens like KuCoin shares, KCS, which if you just buy and hold, you will actually get a percentage of the company's revenue per day. Now that is huge, guys. Just imagine that there were dividends on every stock, to be simple, right? You're holding Amazon stocks and you are getting Amazon's revenue, but Amazon won't do that, right? Because Amazon is highly centralized and that's what they want to do. But if you take the decentralized world, if you convert Amazon into a kind of an open system where all the vendors and sellers and buyers are just meeting, and it's an open protocol, then anyone can buy the Amazon share and start getting a huge cut of the entire revenue, right? That's the fourth way.
This is interesting, Shubham. So why these companies like KuCoin are dissipating this much of coins or rewards to the end user? What is their incentive behind this?
Yeah, so the number one incentive is growth. Like if you are the early believer of my company, if let's say FINT wallet launches tomorrow, right, and our friends think that we are going to do well, and they whenever they use the product, I give them some FINT coins, let's say, right? Whenever someone is coming to use my wallet, I am giving them some FINT coins just as a reward, right? And that's what becomes valuable later on. So if I incentivize my early adopters, now let's go back to the example of Uber, which is very famous in the Web3 world. So if the first Uber drivers were incentivized with some Uber stock as well as the revenue that they were getting, if you talk to any Uber driver, they will say things were like amazing 4 or 5 years back when Uber Ola started, but now things look bleak. They have taken loans which has cost them, which will take them 10 to 20 years to give back their car loans. They are stuck at their driving job. They cannot go back, and they came here because of the early revenue, early incentive that they were getting, right? But if they had got the stocks of Uber or Ola, the early drivers, the early believers would have been better off. So that's what different in the Web3 world for crypto.
Interesting. One question from Salil. Do these dividends based tokens entitle only dividend income, or there is a price increment as well in the coin value?
Yeah. So the coin is being traded on the open market anyway. So the coin will keep on being in demand according to the market needs. And obviously, if someone has announced that they will start giving dividends now, the price will shoot up a little. So yeah, the price is entirely different and the dividends are entirely different. It is not related. But obviously, if the if the company is getting popular, the revenue will increase. So your dividends will obviously increase later on if the price is increasing.
Interesting. Let's move to yield farming. I think that's looks a very interesting concept.
Which also please help me out in the questions public are asking, people are asking.
Yeah, actually there are so many questions. So we can do that way. Let's finish the session
Sure.
as well as possible, and then we can probably jump to all these questions, and we can also share the details of these questionnaires with the users in their email as well.
Awesome. All right. So the fifth way to earn passive income in crypto is yield farming. Now, yield farming looks a very, very complicated term, right? But if you look closely, crypto comes from a word which means complicated or hidden, right? So it is supposed to be like that. But I'll give you a small and very good example, which I think Vedant told me, and I still remember this example really well. So think of yield farming as let's say that it's a barter system that's going on right now, and someone needs your apples, right? And someone says, please lend me 5 apples today and keep my gold because I am going to return you 6 apples 7 days later. And if I'm not able to give you back, then you can keep my gold. And I'm happy. I take his gold and he keeps my apples. Now I take this gold and it's in my vault, right? It's in my almirah. I'm not doing anything. But suddenly the second day, my friends tell me that, I can earn some interest on it. So what I do is I take this gold, I go to a bank and I start earning some interest on my gold, right? And while I deposit my gold in the bank, I get a token that my gold is there. So now I can take that token and give it to another friend of mine who actually needs my token for something. So that's how yield farming works, right? Like the money or the token of you having the money is being circulated around the pool, and the most optimized returns are what you're getting. So if you go to curve.fi, I'll quickly go there. If I go to some website like curve.fi, which is giving you yield returns, then you can actually see that there are pools like, USD, WBTC and WETH and giving me 1.76% return. So what's happening is I'm depositing my money here and they are, doing their best to find the best possible and the most optimal return they can.
This is interesting, Shubham. I think what I understood is, these yield farming strategies are, set of automated or managed strategies. That's what I understood. People are working towards getting returns, optimizing on the tokens, optimizing the routes to get the returns, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. So like, there are multiple ways to do things. And as you rightly said, I can optimize the route. I can optimize, which pool to invest in. And there are a lot of ways. So we can go into the technicalities, I think, later on. And also, I think in our Discord channel, we will be posting, simple explainers of how yield farming works. And if people want, then we can also probably sit someday just to talk about yield farming, because yield farming in itself is a complete course, I would say. If you were in a university, there will be 4 credits for it. So for sure.
That's pretty tough to understand.
All right, let's move forward. And I think there's the last way, and many people have joined us because of this. The last way of earning passive income in crypto is through flipping NFTs. Now, what in the hell is this? Because if I'm making an analogy with stocks, then flipping NFTs is one of the things that I cannot, compare it with stocks, right? Flipping NFTs is now takes me to the realm of artwork, appreciating art. So if I have to summarize what NFT is, what a non-fungible token is, I'll give you I'll first tell you the meaning of fungible, right? Fungible means replaceable. So when we talked about the first strategy of earning money, I told you that trading fungible tokens like BTC and ETH, right? Fungible tokens means that I can replace it with another one. So if Kush has one BTC and I have one BTC, then we can actually interchange it. Both of them are same. But if Kush has an Aadhaar card and I have an Aadhaar card, those two are not interchangeable. So an Aadhaar card is one of the most typical example of an NFT that I can give you. Guys, Aadhaar card is an NFT. Kush is an owner, and the government of India is keeping a record that Kush is the owner of this Aadhaar card. So anything which is not replaceable and lives on the blockchain is a non-fungible token, right? NFT. Now, I think if I have talked about NFTs, let's look at some crazy NFT projects and see how we can actually make money out of NFTs, right? By the way, guys, buying NFTs is very, very risky. So I would recommend you take caution if you were to go and buy any NFT. So do not just jump into it if you don't know about it. I mean, it's good to play around, but don't invest a lot.
Yeah, I think it's more like figuring out the right opportunity. So yeah, if I'm not confident, I'm gonna abstain myself, from trying to look at any NFT in itself.
So it's very counterintuitive, because the best NFTs are the ones which you directly cannot afford. So Bored Ape Yacht Club costs me 100 Ethereum, right? And that's close to 2 crore rupees, right? That's a lot. 250K is not a small amount. And if I have to buy this NFT, which I know is good, why do I know it's good? Because they look good, right? Not just this, by the way, it holds value, because if you hold a Bored Ape, you get an invite to an exclusive community which lives on Discord, which holds which holds private meetups and other things, right? So if I hold a Bored Ape Yacht Club, I get to hang out with the most influential people in crypto. And you know it, right? That if there are people with lots of money who are investing heavily in projects and startups, then I will gain a lot of insights from these people. So I would rather pay this 250K if I really have the money, right? Just to be with those people. So these are the NFTs that are available in Bored Ape Yacht Club, guys. We can also see there are a total of 10,000 items in the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and each item has some different characteristics. No two Bored Ape looks the same. There is some differentiation. The skeleton is the same, but if you can see this, he has a cigar, he doesn't, right? So it's a little rare among these three.
So I have few questions, Shubham here.
Sure.
So what I understood is, these NFTs are more like a social validation digital assets, socially validated digital assets, since they are now have gotten approval within the community, right? That's where they become non-fungible, right?
I think non-fungible is by the nature, to be honest. Like when I'm writing the protocol in the Ethereum blockchain, there is a protocol called ERC-721. So whenever I write something there, the token is already non-fungible, right? The other values that come because of the community.
Understood. So if I'll take an analogy, let's say in Indian ecosystem, if I'll say that, we have a Ganpati's token, will it be justified to say that, people will value that within the community and probably they will be buying those assets because, probably, they want to conduct some sessions, right? This Ganpati puja is happening all over the places, right? So very sort of fetch any analogy on that side.
I think it's a very, very interesting analogy, and like a lot of us will relate as well. So if that Ganpati is a non-fungible token, then obviously yes. So what I can get from your conversation is that every one of us, I think most of us, has collected money from people for the Ganpati Visarjan, right? For the Ganpati Puja.
Yeah.
So, if I ask people to buy Ganpati NFTs instead, right? Because I am a believer of Ganpati. We all are, and whoever there is a very good, very talented artist among us that he has made 1,000 Ganpatis, each having a separate characteristic, right? There can be multiple ways I can make a Ganpati image. And now we are going out in the public and asking them to buy this non-fungible token, the 1,000 tokens that we have created, and we are asking them to give some money back, and that money we are actually keeping it in our treasury, right? And that treasury is then being used to buy all the items that are required for the puja.
Interesting.
Chande mein sara amount ja raha hai, that is going there by the NFT sale. And
right.
People, instead of having that receipt of the chanda, they actually have an NFT. So no one can, basically do a scam as well, because, like, not to lie, but I have seen some scams in while collecting the deposit for Ganpati, and this is impossible when I do it in the blockchain through NFTs. So very, very interesting use case.
I think so. There are multiple use cases to NFT. That means one is fundraising. Then one gentleman asked here that, what is flipping NFT? So what I understood is, we are flipping NFT. That means we are exchanging NFT within the community for a better price, because probably the value has appreciated over a period of time. And now, let's say I want to be the part of the Ganesh Visarjan, hypothetically speaking. And let's say I want to genuinely be the part of this, and probably, Shubham is not going to come, right? He's not sure about it. So I can buy that, right? And I think that can be a value addition in that NFT. I hope I'm able to understand this.
Yeah, so I'll answer the flipping NFTs part, right? So I think I didn't explain that. So flipping NFT means buying at a lower price and selling it at a higher price. So I am going to see the price transaction history of this particular ape. First of all, I can obviously see the properties, how much rare it is. 2% have this trait, 2% have this trait, so it's pretty rare. So I go down to the price history and I can see that this NFT was sold for 5 Ethereum 7 months ago, and then someone flipped it for 8.8 ETH, then for 15 ETH, then for 30 ETH, then for 35 ETH, then for 38 ETH, and then for 75 ETH. So like, that's flipping, right? I buy something cheap and sell it at a higher price. Just to take another example of how to buy NFTs, I just want to quickly go through the process if you want to buy an NFT. So this particular website, OpenSea, works on Polygon chain and Ethereum chain. So as we discussed in the last session as well, guys, Ethereum is very costly, right? So what I need to buy an NFT is basically a wallet and a marketplace. Like these are the two most essential things, and obviously the NFT, right? So if I go to OpenSea and I try to buy an NFT, I have to first connect my wallet. Now, obviously, I have an option of connecting my Ethereum wallet and buying it through there, which will cost me a lot, obviously. Or if I don't want to spend so much gas, I can actually change my chain to Polygon chain, right?
Okay, basically, I have to switch to the chain and then probably I can buy it.
Yeah. I don't think Bored Ape Yacht Club is listed on Polygon, so I cannot do that on Bored Ape Yacht Club. But there are other chains. For example, Solana is a very famous chain. So let's instead go to a Solana chain, right? And show our guys, what can be done. So this is a Solana based NFT collection, and Solana is a really cheap blockchain. Cheap in the sense the fees is very less. So I don't have to spend like hundreds of dollars to buy an NFT, right? I mean, the price is other thing, but I have to actually pay $100 in just gas fees, guys. Gas fees is the diesel price for using the Ethereum blockchain. That's too high. So I can actually go to a Solana based marketplace and buy some cool ape there. It's also like a lot, right? 65 Sol, that's around $6,500. Now if I have to buy an ape here, I have to connect a different wallet. I have to basically go and add my Phantom wallet here, and that is how it works. If I want to use any other chain, I have to use any other wallets. And I think that's where FINT wallet comes in. If you have to use so many blockchains, if you have to use Solana, if you have to use Polkadot, if you have to use Cardano, if you have to use Ethereum, if you have to use Phantom, I need to have at least 4 wallets for this, right? And that's where we are trying to solve the problem, and hopefully we'll be ready with our product in the next 2 weeks for the folks who have joined, and use one wallet for everything. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, guys,
I have a question here. So
yeah.
this Degenerate Ape Academy is different than Ape Yachts?
Yes, it is different. Yes.
So how do I differentiate between these two, and what is the utility they bring? So my first question would be, are these NFTs purely for the rich guys, who are just doing it for fun, or does it also brings a utility for a retail investor like me?
Yep. For retail investors, I think there are 2 ways they can get into this ecosystem. Number one was obviously through flipping NFTs, the NFTs that they know holds value. And let's say I have some disposable income. So let's say you are a retail investor, but you can afford some paintings on your wall, right? You have to think it this way. You can afford some paintings on the wall, then you can afford some NFTs. So it's like that. And there is one more interesting thing that I must mention. So while I am trying to make money through NFTs, there is also some kind of a gambling involved when I want to directly participate in the minting process, right? So let's say when these NFTs were launched first, it's a total of 10,000 NFTs, right? Only 827 are out right now. So when they were minted, then what happens is 100 NFTs are being randomly allocated to people. So let's say, Kush, you spend 1 Solana and you get a very rare ape.
Understood.
Right? For example, you get this ape with a this looks a little rare, the t-shirt is a little different. So you get a rare ape. Then you are actually buying a lottery ticket by believing in the project, by believing in the team that they're giving good NFTs. And if I'm lucky, I can actually get a rarer NFT and probably flip it for 10 Ethereum, right? 10 Solana. I hope I'm a little clear right now.
Actually, I understood this thing. I think people also are able to understand that, these NFTs opportunities are, mostly for, HNIs, because they are somewhere associated with some major content projects basically, or probably, a utility within the games ecosystem. Not sure about it. Please help me understand this better. Probably we can discuss about it sometime later if the time is.
Yeah. I think this discussion can go on. I just want to show you one thing about the team that is behind it. What I got from the conversation. So if you look at one of the OG projects in the NFT field, that is called the CryptoPunk, right? And CryptoPunk was made by Larva Labs. And Larva Labs is one of those companies, one of those projects which we know are going to launch some great NFTs, right? So if I search for Larva Labs, so this is how the value is created, right? Like if you are a good founder, if you have a good background, if you have a track record of amazing performance, people will trust you. In the same way, if a company has a good track record of giving out good NFTs, then people will trust it. The one thing that we must keep in mind is that you should not trust any other random person shilling you NFTs. You should avoid doing that.
So what
Shubham, I've got a question.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Gauri. Yeah, please ask.
Hi there.
Apologies.
Apologies. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, apologies.
No, Gauri, you can go ahead. Please go. Please ask.
Shubham, I was wondering, do you also have an algorithm in place which helps you to define the algorithm itself will define or will give you some sort of a scoring in terms of what is going to be considered as kind of a strong team, or what kind of founders they have, or what companies they have previously before. For example, companies like Fractional, which they have built their software algorithm which identifies different companies at different stages, right? So do you also have such kind of an algorithm in place behind in terms of defining or in terms of choosing those?
Yeah, that's an amazing question, Gauri. So if we talk about NFTs in general, I think like an algorithm can be for sure created, at least in terms of if people are giving out their Ethereum wallet addresses, right? Like I'll give you an example. To answer the question first, like there is no algorithm as of yet that we have created right now, but obviously if someone here is interested in creating an algorithm of this, we can discuss it, we can chat about it, and for sure make it. I'll show you, Gauri, I'll show you a great project by I think our colleagues, which is called Wall.app, which is based on NFTs. And this app is basically just showing me what NFTs old holders are buying, right? So even if I have to research about, let's say, a guy who is launching a new NFT, I want to research about him. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll try to, first of all, obviously see the LinkedIn. That can be a lie, right? People can lie on LinkedIn. So second thing that I'll do is I'll ask for his Ethereum wallet address, or I'll ask him for his some other chain's wallet address. And I'll go to Etherscan and I'll put his address there, and I'll see what kind of NFTs does he hold. For example, if you want to check me, right, that whatever I'm speaking, am I like if I hold something or not, like if I'm just coming here and saying things, but Zappa.fi. So I can actually go to some website, I can enter my Ethereum wallet address, and these days you can read your Ethereum wallet address. And I can go ahead and see what currencies do I hold, when did I buy them, from whom did I buy them, right? So if someone is claiming that he's an NFT pro or cryptocurrency pro, you can ask that, from their team, who is that guy who has been in the space for some time, let's say, right? And start exploring things. So I think I answered the question, but that's a very good question, Gauri. And we can actually sit on it and discuss an algorithm, right?
Sure. Let's take it offline. Thanks.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Shubham, I think we have few more questions.
Yeah, of course.
So let's take it one by one, and then I think people can also ask more questions. One of the gentlemen asked, Sahil asked, what are the assets in Decentraland?
What are the assets in Decentraland? So if someone doesn't know, while this conversation was beginning at 8:30, we were on this land called Decentraland, and we were going around like you do in Vice City. So I'll just do it again very quickly. So the t-shirt that you guys are wearing is an NFT inside Decentraland. So it works that way. So obviously you will say that a t-shirt can be replicated, right? But if the t-shirt is within the Decentraland, you will know that this t-shirt was being worn by me, and let's say I become a multi-billionaire tomorrow, right? Then you can go ahead and say that, you know, I have this guy's t-shirt. For example, if Sachin has to even give me his sock, I'll take his sock for a lot of money, right? So that's how it works there. Every variable is an NFT inside Decentraland.
Interesting. Should I ask another question from Aniket?
Sure. Like, if people want to come from mute and ask themselves, that's
Yeah, I think people can also come and probably, you know, ask the questions. This is pretty open conversation, but let me just ask one question, and probably, you know, people can jump in from the next time.
Sure.
So what if the borrower's defaults and the collateral is less than the borrowed amount? Won't we lose the money?
That will never happen. That will never happen inside the blockchain world. Why? Okay. Because I always over collateralize it. So that you can say that is a problem which we are still solving, which is still being in works, that how can I give someone a loan which is, you know, not collateralized at all. So right now what happens is, if you have one Ethereum and you do not want to sell your Ethereum, but, you know, want some money out of it, your Ethereum is a collateral. And let's say an Ethereum is costing me $2,600 right now. So I will give you $1,300 worth of money. So if Ethereum crashes down to 50%, then I'll actually sell your collateral directly, even if you're paying me on time. So there will be no default.
One very interesting question came from Mukesh. So he's asking, why go for 13.5% APY if I can get this from Nifty index?
Yeah, because, you know, Nifty index is something which is a little that can be a little unpredictable. You know, you do not know how the markets are going to behave. If you just go back like 14 years from time, you can see in 2008 the markets crashed, and like it took us like 3, 4 or 5 years to recover, right? So in Nifty 50 can crash, but the 13% returns that we're talking about here is in stable coins as well, right? So you're earning your returns in dollars, right? So if you're giving me $10 today, you will for sure get $11, let's say, after 1 year. So that's why it is advisable to keep some of your you know, savings here as well. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. We have to say this, but you can come to me for cryptocurrency advice for sure.
So basically, Mukesh, the thing is that, you know, since this arbitrage is happening, there is a currency correction. Prices are always going up and down. That will also play a role in, you know, giving you magnified returns in that sense.
Yeah, if you are a good trader, for sure. But the data says clearly that, you know, more than 90% traders fail. So like, if you are in the top 10%, I don't think you should do anything else. You one can even quit their day jobs, right, if they're a good trader. So for sure, like, if you're a good trader, Nifty or even Bitcoin USD trading is the way to go. Sure.
Shubham, quick question, Shubham. I just wanted to know about a little bit about AMM, the automated market makers. Say, supposing you design a token, right, and you want to list it for sale.
Yeah.
So you go to, say, Uniswap or one of these decentralized places. Do you have to then put liquidity at, say, 150% of what it's priced at? I just want to understand if I'm correct.
Like, I don't think it's there in like most of the protocols. You just have to you know, pool in 2 tokens. When you're providing liquidity for market making, then you have to give in 2 coins, 2 different coins. Both will hold the same value when you give. So it's actually double, not 150%. It's actually 100%. So you must give 2 tokens when you are providing liquidity.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Great. So I think, Shubham, a few of the questions were already answered by Vedant in the chat. But guys, what we can do is we are still open for the questions, and you know, meanwhile, we'll make sure that we are answering all the questions in the mail also, and we'll be sharing all the, you know, infographics or newsletter links for you to access these any point in time.
Yeah. And guys, please be like, I would recommend you all to join our Discord, because we are new, like we are just building our community right now. And you know, if you want to stay involved in NFTs, I think a lot of people left, but this is one important piece of advice. If you want to make money in crypto and in NFTs and in anything, even in the next 5, 10, 12 years, you have to be active on Twitter and Discord. That is a must. You know, so why not start with us? Because we are also starting off, right? Like, most of us in the Discord channel are completely new. There are only some people who already had an experience. So come to our Discord, let's learn Discord together as well. I'm saying learn Discord, but it's just like a few days thing that you get used to a new platform for chatting, right? So you get used to Discord, you come there, you go to our resource channel, and you find good people to follow for NFTs, right? And come on Twitter. Yeah, we can do great things together. So like be on Discord and Twitter. That's the piece of advice.
Hi, Shubham.
Hey, hi. Hi,
I
Swati.
see you as a hi Deegan. So how you manage during recent crypto bloodbath? So you buy the dip or hold?
Yeah, so I am a trader as well, I would say. Like I have been giving people trading advices because crypto, you don't have to be a financial advisor in crypto. But yeah, I trade as well. So like my strategy was to like when a pattern was forming, when I could see the market could crash up to $10,000, like there was a possibility when I charted. So I like invested a lot of my money in DeFi protocols where I do not when I cannot sell. I time locked my investments, because if you look at the longer picture, if you look at the bigger picture, in 4 or 5 years time, if the coin's fundamentals are good, it will give you good returns, right? Be it Bitcoin, be it Ethereum, or be it something else. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to manage my emotions and lock my holdings for a long time. And also trading is there, so like that is a short term.
Yeah, I see Olympus in your thought process.
Yeah, I have Olympus now, and like that was a
Same
bad
from
crash.
Ati.
But I think I'm going to buy some more Olympus once the community start accepting more people, because even their Discord is kind of blank now. More people cannot join, so I'm waiting for them to open their Discord, and probably I'll buy some more and give you some advice if you should too.
Hi, Shubham. Good evening.
I have two questions. If I may go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first question is, can we buy long like leaps as we have in Nifty or some like American index, right? The far expiring call options or put options. Do we have this in the crypto?
You want to trade options?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
far
yeah.
expiry.
Options is there. Like I think maximum is 3 months expiry, which is available right now, which I know of. I think FTX has some option features, and Binance has some option features. So you can go to FTX or Binance and you can look for yourself. Like Binance for sure I know, but 3 months is
Okay. I looked at Binance here. I could not find longer. Okay. And my second question is, if I have got some photos from an artist, and I put them in OpenSea a month back, but yeah, to my what do you say, like no activity or so. So is there any hack around this to get some activity, to get some bids?
Yeah, I think to sell your NFTs, right, there only designing is not enough, to be honest. Like even if you are a very good designer, very good artist, you need a team, you need a vision around why you are selling it. Like I just mentioned the gun, like Kush asked a brilliant question, right? When I took an example of a Ganpati Visarjan, like jab hum chanda ikhatta kar rahe hain. So there has to be a purpose behind it, right? And like it's the only way you can sell your NFTs at like crazy prices. If not that, then I think you will have a really tough time selling your NFTs. So,
Sure.
Hi, Shubham. Good evening. My question was like, can we invest in fractional NFTs?
Yeah, we can. That's a brilliant question. Like there are some DAOs, like the Party DAO, which enables you to actually go ahead and buy. Just give me a second. Yeah, so there are DAOs like Party DAOs which you can go ahead and buy fractional NFTs from, and even some of our colleagues are creating such things, right? Like there is a company called Joint NFT which our friends have created. Even we in our FINT wallet will integrate such features which will enable you to go ahead and buy fractional NFTs. For now, you can check Party DAO. That's your keyword.
So guys,
Thanks,
I think the best thing is that whenever we want to hold any assets, right, or whenever we are going to sort of invest into any staking opportunities or NFTs in itself, FINT will be the wallet through which you will be able to hold your assets in a very decentralized fashion, and you'll be able to invest also in the most simplest manner, is what I can say. I think Shubham is again a user, and he also we all are basically user, and we are trying to understand how we can simplify the user experience, right? Like there are so many unknown variables. So yeah, please feel free to ask more questions, and happy to answer those questions.
Yeah.
Shubham, I think I just posted a question. So I didn't find great charts for analysis on Binance. Where do you find good charts which you can use for analyzing crypto patterns?
TradingView is the place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. TradingView is the one spot for everything, stocks, crypto, everything. TradingView.
Trading?
TradingView.
I just
So you can see the screen. I think TradingView is a go-to place for all the technical related opportunities. You can chat about it. You can look at all the analysis as well. Yeah.
Great.
And in fact, you can also pay them some premium, and you'll be able to explore various strategies pre-made. So it will help you visualize, where the market is going, how the wicks are being created, stuff like that. So yeah, obviously Shubham is already spot on. Basic features are free, but yes, it's a good tool to have.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah.
Great. I think Shubham, this was a fantastic session, man. I think people loved this session. I can see the energy, and I think we are gonna do this again. I'm very pumped up with this whole thing in itself. And yeah, Neil is like on the 7th cloud. Thank you so much, Neil. I think the all credit goes to Shubham and Vedant. The guys have been really relentless in picking topics, understanding what user wants to understand, and I think we are I would love to hear more feedback from you guys, and we want to do this again. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much. So I think, guys, yeah, that's perfect. So we will be closing the session today right at 9:30. Would love to hear more from you guys, and happy to chat more about it. We are all there. You guys are not alone, and we're gonna do this together. See you guys. Signing off. Peace out, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. You can also book a 10-minute call with Shubham if you have any questions related to crypto. There is a link there. You can always book a call like 10 minutes, ask any kind of question when it comes to crypto. And there is a Discord community. You can always ask us any type of questions. If you have any project idea in mind, you can also contribute to FINT wallet, or you can, start your own project. So we are always ready to help you.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. So let's end the session today.
Yeah, sure. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Pradeep.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you, Rainbow. Thank you, Yogesh. Om Prakash, Hridesh, Yogesh, Saif, Sumukh, Prashant, Sahil. I can see, Shubham, I can see a Fireflyers AI note taker in the session. That's pretty interesting, man. People are making notes, and I love this thing. I love this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.